Hello friends, welcome to another watercolor tutorial. I was going to paint this on a piece of paper, but then I saw this wood slice and I thought, why not get ahead of Christmas orders? I mean, this is going to be released in March, so it's not going to be relevant, but I am filming this in June. No, it is July 2nd of 2024. So, I mean, yeah, I'm still getting way ahead of myself for Christmas orders, but sorry, enough talking. Let's just get right into this. So this is gonna be like this moody blue painting, which I'm all about. So, man, it has been a while since I've painted on these wood slices. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. All right. Let's see here. So I'm gonna just grab a bigger brush and then I'm gonna grab my blue, and I have the blue heavily watered down because I just need to see where I've already painted and where I have not. So that is coated pretty nicely with water. Now I'm gonna take my navy blue a little bit more opaquely and paste it on here, basically on the horizon line. So think of yourself, not yourself, but think of like, what do you call it? A heart rate machine. That's how you kind of want to paint it, like these zigzag, boop, boop. Okay, I'm overdoing it a tad bit, but sort of like that on the horizon area. And hopefully this will spread out nicely. And because it's spreading out a lot more than I was intending it to, I am just going to go in again more opaquely and kind of guide it along, but let it do its own thing to a large extent. Like so. Sing me a song, sing that last week. Whoops. I forgot to add black to this. So that's what I'm doing now. I wanted it to be a darker blue. I wanted it to be this nice, pretty aqua blue that I have, not marine, sorry, not navy, but it's a bit late now. Whoops, what's happening here, Julia? Gotta help this along a little bit, clearly. Guys, I would really like to just be eating muffins right now, but instead I'm painting for you. So appreciate. I have sourdough starter that desperately needs feeding, so I have such a delicious blueberry sourdough muffin recipe that is very easy. Oh man, but I can't make it. I need an egg and my chickens are lazy. Oh no, I forgot. We bought eggs today. Isn't that funny? I have chickens. I pay premium for organic feed and I still don't have enough eggs. That is bonkers, I tell you. Okay, I'm gonna stop wasting time on this blurring thing. I'm gonna let this dry and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, my friends, this should be dry, I hope. I'm gonna take a nice thin brush here. Do I even want to do that? Do I want to spend time on that? I don't, but it would look nice. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go in and paint some pines. I shouldn't have blow dried that, honestly. Why did I do that? Because if it was still a little bit wet, then I could paint these pines really quickly because they would just kind of spread out, whereas now, like, I have to be very careful. Not a fan of that. I might just go in and re-wet the whole background just so I don't have to be meticulous with these guys. I find that painting pines on wood slices is so much easier than on watercolor paper. And if you have never painted on a wood slice, it might be the medium, the ground that I'm using, like the white stuff. It's just called watercolor ground. And I use the one, I think it's by Daniel Smith. That's the one I use. Sorry, I got really distracted at the beginning of this video. I should have said that you don't need to paint this on a wood slice. Like, you can paint this on a piece of paper by all means. I'm just doing it on a wood slice because then I get a tutorial out of it and I can sell it later. So just disclaimer there, you can for sure use paper. Anyway, it's much easier to paint, just in general, it's easier to paint watercolor on these wood slices, and like, things blend so much easier and so much nicer, and you don't have to be as like meticulous about everything because it just sort of works. But anywho, I won't bore you with that. So you can just paint on as many of these little guys as you wish. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to blow dry this and then we can move on to the next step. Okay, so that should be dry. I'm kind of trying to move quickly here because my baby she has wedged herself at the top of her crib, and she does this almost every night, maybe every other night. And we have to go in and like pull her back down. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to do that soon because she's woken up a couple of times because her head is like right up against the bars and she has not figured out how to like move herself backwards to not have her head right against the bars. Anyway, I'm gonna have like a little island outcrop starting somewhere. Actually, it'll kind of come from here and then swoop downwards, and then it'll kind of go like this. Whoops, that was not supposed to happen. And make sure it's not even, like mine is way too even here. That's why I'm going back and trying to make it jaggedy, rocky looking. Sing me a song of a lass that is gone. That is a little bit diagonal now that I look at it. Whoops. Ugh. That is very diagonal. Let's fix that. And I will have this island, or whatever you'd like to call it, come out on the bottom as well. This watercolor ground absorbs a lot more watercolor than paper. Perhaps that's why it's so much easier to blend, but you end up using so much more paint in the process. I'm gonna take black for the shadow. Ugh, why do I have such trouble picking this black up? Maybe this bluish gray instead. That'll show up maybe a little bit more prominently. I think I overdid it with the island. Let me try and fix that. This is not really turning out. This is inspired by watercolors, by the way. Not turning out how I thought it would. Gonna add a little pine here. Evergreen. Spruce. Oh my gosh, it's so sideways. That's the tricky thing with painting on these wood slices, is it's hard to maintain your orientation. Because I get kind of carried away with the painting, and then I stop looking at the orientation of everything. Hopefully that works a little better. What else can I paint here? I have to make this bottom part a little bit more pronounced. Oh, that makes it look a lot nicer when you actually paint it on darkly. Make it pop. I'm going to take a little bit of silver, and this is optional. I just have metallic colors, so, and I've kind of really enjoyed experimenting with them lately. Although, okay, that did not have the effect that I thought it was going to have, so scratch that. I'm gonna add some birds to this painting. I think 3 birds should be enough. You know what I can't help myself, I cannot stop, but I'm going to paint just a tree in the foreground here. It's also so much easier to paint like thin details on these. I don't know, maybe it's because the cotton paper is so porous, but it just does not allow for the level of detail that I can get on wood slices. It's amazing, really. I kind of wish I painted a pine tree because the deciduous is a little bit random, but I think that works. I'm gonna cap it there. Let me know what you guys thought of this one. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and comment. I think I said that already. And I will see you guys in the next one.